Breaking a string is an unavoidable thing that's gonna happen to every guitar player at some point in their life. Today I'm gonna show you how to change a string on your guitar. First thing you wanna do before you restring your guitar is we wanna get rid of the actual broken string. So I always start at the headstock, and I'm gonna actually remove that piece of string that is stuck there that's broken, and we're just gonna get rid of that. Next, you're gonna wanna remove the piece of string that's still stuck into your guitar. Now, don't just try yanking this out. You're gonna wanna remove the bridge pin first. Now, the bridge pin is what is keeping your string stuck into your guitar. Just fish out the broken string and just discard of it. Grab a fresh pack of strings. I broke my high E string here, so I'm gonna grab the high E string spare. And what I want you to notice is that there's gonna be two different ends to your string. One is a pointy end, and one end has a ball head on it. We're gonna take the ball end and we're gonna reinsert that back into the hole with the missing string. And you can insert it about 1 to 3 inches. Next, I'm gonna take my bridge pin and I'm gonna reinsert the bridge pin to secure the string. Something to note here is that there's a little tiny kind of hollowed out section in the bridge pin. You wanna make sure that this is facing the fretboard when you insert it back into the string. The string is going to live inside this little crevasse. When I push my string pin back in, you wanna make sure that the string is in that little crevasse, and then you just wanna push the pin in and down to secure it. Once I've secured the pin in, I wanna tug on the string a little bit to make sure that the string is secure. So now that the string is secure in the bridge, what we wanna do is we wanna take the other end of the string and we wanna gently guide it through the hole in the missing tuning peg here. I'm gonna put it right through there and tighten it through all the way. Not too tight, just kind of so it will stay in place. And now what we're gonna do before we tune it up, we wanna actually give the string a little bit of slack to work with while we're tuning up. What I want you to do first is give the string a little tug, and I want you to make sure that it's snug inside the nut here. So maybe it's hanging off to the side, or maybe it's across somewhere else. Just make sure it's in that little groove right there, nice and snug. Before we tune up, we actually wanna give the string a little bit of slack to work with so we can tune it up easily. And the way I like to measure how much slack I actually need, I'm on my E string here. I'm just gonna measure down 1 tuning peg to the B string here. And now I have about 1.5 inches, and I'm gonna bring this back to the E string. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up on the string and bend it so that it will stay in place. So now that we have the appropriate amount of tension on the string, and we bent our string to hold it in place, place your pointer finger right behind the tuning peg and push it down pretty hard. And now we're gonna start rotating our tuner in a clockwise motion. And this is actually gonna tune up the string. It's gonna take a minute for you to tune all the way. And you'll notice that the harder you tune it, the more tension starts lifting up on your pointer finger. So you don't wanna force that down. See, it's already raising up, and now I'm getting a bit of my pitch back. Keep in mind, you might wanna use a tuner to just make sure that you're tuning up to the correct pitch. I broke my high E string, so I'm gonna make sure that I tune to the note E. Now, last thing you notice is there's a little bit of excess string kind of hanging off the top here. Some people like to leave it on for the aesthetic. Me personally, I like to cut it off, so keep things looking clean. I'm just gonna use a pair of wire cutters here, snip the remaining top half off, and then I'm good to go. So now if you break a string, you know how to change it and get playing right away.